Alright, hello. Hopefully my mic's working again. I didn't actually test today if it was doing anything on the PlayStation before I started. But the headset's working because I can hear it, so might as well talk to the ghost for a bit and see if I've got any of those filled in enough to do a ghost report. Was it not attached to this room, the seance room? It's probably the parlour, isn't it, that I need to go to through the morning room. Right. Yeah, I suppose that's kind of convenient, M10M.
Hello?
Ah, the great detective returns.
Oh, cool. It looks like I've got enough evidence to do some of these. I don't know if I've got the other bit of that one, so I can do Wilhelm's one even though I don't think it's him, so Wilhelm. Might be that one.
The staff told me that General Wilhelm von Boffington lost his life fighting a duel, and his ghostly sabre is still heard clanking away in the corridors at night. The coffin in the family crypt that is supposed to hold the body is filled with tins of
Oh, is it the one
instead.
that dumps the people
I met an
down
old
the
time bird at the
pipe?
old inn who assured me that Wilhelm von Boffington did not die in a duel, but has withdrawn to a secluded cottage where he's determined to live his last days in peace.
What a lot of hot rubbish. I haven't heard so much nonsense in all my lifetime, which is now over.
I can do hers even though she's still alive, just for a laugh. Housekeeper steals food. I think it's that one, isn't it?
The so-called White Lady that is haunting the attic seems to be a certain Dorothea of Buffington. She was a very poor relation, and
Right, Shabby? Yeah,
old
Pig
living prison
Detective's
in a remote
very
part of the
weird.
street,
It's good fun, though.
locked away from the world. There's a very understandable reason to haunt a place, in my opinion. I've personally witnessed the housekeeper filching a bowl of soup from the kitchen. It isn't a ghost at all that's stealing the food. I have encountered the old lady myself. Dorothea of Buffington is still alive and still inhabits the attic apartment.
What a lot of
It looks
hot
fine on my
rubbish.
playback, Shabby, on my phone,
Please
with the volume off.
further. I implore you.
Anyway, we want to speak to Nosy Parker, don't we, in the attic, or whatever it was, as our last objective. I assume you can hear my microphone. Now the stream at my end is saying it's not working now. Let me just see what's going on with my phone. See if it's my phone or the stream, because if it's the stream, I'm afraid I'll have to just not stream today if it's playing up. Oh wait, no, that's working now. I've reset it to live.
Ah, Mr. Pig Detective, back so soon. Have you found the way to the inn in Wienerwald Woods?
I have indeed.
How excellent, then you can show me where it is. Together we will get to the bottom of this story. My readers so love to get the male perspective on things. So this is the old inn in the woods. How very rustic. But I suppose it is romantic. Now, where do you suppose we should start looking for the secret treasure?
I already investigated the whole place, except for the staff area. The door is locked and they guard the key very well. It's on a hook behind the counter there.
What about the game, M10, or the thing you were on about in the,
Here's the plan.
killer thing?
I distract the badgers, you try to steal the key. Oh, Mr. Badger, may I have a word? Nosy Parker's my name. I'm a journalist for Modern Mouse magazine. This is a very charming inn you've got here, Mr. Badger. I suppose it's very old. Do you have an extensive basement under the house?
The basement? Oh, no, there is no basement here at the Wolpertinger Inn.
No basement?
Success! I managed to steal the key. That makes me a very bad role model for children, by the way.
That is a sacrifice you have to be prepared to make in the interest of journalistic investigation. Now, Mr. Badger over there told me that...
That's weird. Let me turn the volume up on my phone and see if it's playing sound for me.
There are extensive dungeons below.
That's weird. Let me turn the volume up on my phone and see if it's playing sound for me.
Are you telling me I stole a key and ruined
Yes,
my
weird. Let me
reputation for
turn
nothing?
the volume up
If the
on
staff
my
area is
phone and see if it's
upstairs,
playing sound for
upstairs
me.
you must go.
Yes, weird. Let me turn the volume up on. No, the sound is definitely working. Because it was looping both my mic and the game sound. Then it's YouTube playing up, I imagine, if that's all not working.
Seems I can't open this without a key.
Yeah, and you've got the key. Let me check your inventory. Because that was the thing that kept confusing me the other bloody day in this, was that you actually have to go to your inventory and pick an item. Oh, so that's how they make the fake ghost sounds, is it? Alright, litter picker. Or maybe I have to stand around that side of it. Alright, Regiv.
What's this?
So yeah, again, this is going to be how they do the fake ghost noises, isn't it? Let's put all the switches down first, then try mixing them.
These are some seriously ghostly sounds. The ghostometer is going off the charts. It seems louder over here for some reason.
Yeah, sounds good, Rajiv. I've just been doing dog walking today, did some laundry earlier, that's why I'm a bit later coming on, because I had some random jobs to do around the house. And I didn't want to, like, try and squeeze a stream between jobs. You know, I wanted to finish what I was doing and then do a stream, so I'd actually be a bit more into it and not think, oh shit, I need to go check something now.
Mr. Pig Detective, have you found the secret dungeon yet?
I'm still working on it.
Alright, Rich. I do that a couple of days just now and then for somebody I know. Like, my actual proper job is both YouTube and, like, doing cleaning kind of stuff.
Oh, not you again. Please don't disturb me. My machines have picked up a most promising ghostly whale over here a minute ago.
Let's see now he's moved over here, if there's a, yeah, there's a trapdoor there, look. So it's like, yeah, a bit of extra money sort of thing and helping somebody out. Like, you know, days they're working, walking their dogs kind of thing. Secret dungeon, do not enter.
What's this? Miss Parker, I found it! I found the secret dungeon!
Why, Mr. Pig Detective, you are a very proficient...
Yeah, webbing is very good for, like, yeah, dog treats in one thing, you know, like water bottle in another, all that sort of stuff, poo bags in another. In the summer I tend to use webbing more, in the winter I tend to just use coats with lots of pockets.
Miss Parker, why are we breaking into the basement of the inn?
Well, welcome to the world of investigative journalism, Mr. Pig Detective. You see, about a week ago, I was working at my office at Modern Mouse magazine.
1 week earlier.
SpongeBob.
I was working at my office at Modern Mouse magazine when I received a mysterious parcel in the mail. The parcel contained a little worn notebook filled with peculiar drawings and clues. An anonymous letter accompanying this artifact.
I'll try not to swear too much, Rajiv.
Under the Wolpertinger Inn in Wienerwald Woods. This dungeon, the letter claimed, was built over 100 years ago by the legendary Lord Ebenezer.
I hope he enjoys the videos anyway.
It was built to guard a mythical treasure that countless fortune hunters have been seeking in vain ever since. My journalistic nature was instantly stirred, and I decided to make haste to Wienerwald Woods in order to explore this dungeon and discover the treasure. To disguise my true intent...
It's like Calvin and Hatch, isn't it, Litter Picker? They've got a sign that says secret nuclear bunker right outside it.
...in writing a character profile of its owner. Imagine my surprise when I found the new Lady Boffington to be a rather interesting person. My in-depth interview with her will interest the readers of Modern Mouse magazine no end. But I digress. Long story short, I was invited to stay at Boffington Hall. So here we are.
So we're looking for buried treasure.
Well, not exactly buried treasure. Well-guarded treasure, more likely. According to this book, the way to the treasure is paved with booby traps and challenges that we need to overcome. Riddles to solve, tasks to do, that kind of thing. I hope I can count on you for this as well, Mr. Pig Detective. We've come this far together, it would be a shame to give up now.
I'm with you, Miss Parker. I enjoy a good treasure hunt.
Spoken like a true detective. I expected no less of you. Let the games begin.
Oh, and last year, I didn't even notice till the other day, they did a Blu-ray release, like remaster and re-release of Ghostwatch, so I've got that coming tomorrow, because I want to see how many times I can see Mr. Pipes in it when it's actually in decent quality, not like a 240p video sort of thing. Sadly, if I'd have known at the time, and it was because it was only about 10 quid more, I'd have got the cool steel case version with all the artwork. But I had no idea it was literally a thing until yesterday when somebody mentioned it when I was watching a load of stuff about Ghostwatch. Oh. They say about we won't remind you? Shit. Well, sorry, Roger, if I clicked off it too fast. problem when you're streaming these games. This is why I know Mike likes to play a game first fully before streaming it, so you don't get any spoilers and you can concentrate properly.
What do we have here?
Mr. Pig Detective, what have you found?
There is kind of a mural here of a very big crown and a basin filled with precious stones. I think maybe they can be attached to the crown in some way.
Ah, yes, that would be the crown riddle. I have a clue to its solution right here. It is a poem too, which I think is very fitting. Listen closely. The band is adorned with rubies, and sapphires stud the arch. The cross is encrusted with aquamarines, while rose quartz the flowers enlarge. A very big citrine makes up the ball, and pearls go everywhere else. Remember to not use black opals at all, not even when everything fails.
Am I supposed to know which gemstone is which in this scenario? And what the individual parts of a crown are called?
I'm sure you'll figure it out, Mr. Pig Detective. How hard could it be? They're just rocks.
The band is adorned with rubies. Right, the cross I can do straight away because that's going to be that bit, isn't it? So cross is encrusted with aquamarines. So that's going to be the blue ones, isn't it? Or is aquamarine like the green one? Hang on. Does it say if they're emeralds? Or is a citrine the green one? I don't know. Oh, can I skip this one? Yeah, I can skip it. Right, I'm just doing this out of time keeping sake. Because I don't want to try and figure out colours. Oh yeah, so aquamarine was the green one, not the blue. Again, that didn't seem a hard puzzle. It was just, again, I didn't want to waste time on it. I just wanted to get on with the stream.
What's this?
What is it, Mr. Pig Detective?
Seems to be some kind of scales. I can see weights on one side, and there are empty trays on the other side. And over here, things to place on them. Gold coins and cups and rings and apples and things.
You have chosen
I have
poorly.
these items here in my book too. I think you're supposed to do some kind of math with them. Always count your treasure well. Know what it is worth. Judge the weights right, all is well.
I've not watched
But
either
this
Despicable Me or Megaminds.
Hell. Mr. Pig Detective, I sure hope you're good at maths. Apparently the different items have a different worth assigned to them. There are a couple of arithmetical problems in here that might help you with figuring it all out. Only don't ask me for help. I'm no good at numbers. I'm a word bird.
See you, Shabby. Oh, right. Clue. So, 3 apples are 300. Oh, it's a maths puzzle. I'm not doing a maths puzzle. There you go. Here's your educational game. I'm skipping all the puzzles. Is that like a piano?
Here
What are we looking at, Mr. Pig Detective?
seems to be some kind of musical instrument. It has keys in any case.
More like a pipe organ.
There are 3 different tunes written down here. I'm sure one of them will do the trick if played correctly. Oh, music, sweet music, you open the door to everyone's hearts and to treasure galore. But only the right song will open the way. The wrong will destroy you? Oh no, and oy vey.
Oy vey!
You will destroy me? Better play the right one then. But which song is the right one?
Maybe there's some sort of clue in the title. But finding the right song is only half the job. You also have to try not to play too many wrong notes.
Right, this might be one I can actually do. So, are we going to have to actually look at the thing? So are we? Because how? I'm assuming that the lowest note is going to be the one on the furthest right. So that's C2. Okay. I can change the song. Okay. That's the opposite one. I want the X, don't I, for that? So that'd be. I don't actually know this. Alright, let's skip this as well. For some reason, I'm in the mind today to do like the point and click kind of puzzles, but not. Yeah, not puzzles that actually require me to think too hard while reading the chat. It's very much the Goonies, isn't it, with that organ?
Ah!
Mr. Pig Detective, did you just destroy the bridge?
I guess I had one too many pastries for dinner.
I think I've seen like the giant big brain man thing, but again, like I said, I've just not seen it, so.
This must be the treasure we've been seeking. Now all the danger and all the effort will finally pay off.
Yeah, One-Eyed Willie's treasure, and it had
Oh, it's
the
empty.
"Hey you guys" sloth or whatever it was.
The treasure chest is empty. What happened to the treasure?
There's a bit of money in there.
Boffington?
The treasure is not here, and you shouldn't be here either. I told you the inn hasn't got a basement. Why didn't you believe me?
I am an investigative journalist, Mr. Badger. I don't believe what people tell me. I only believe in facts. We are looking for the treasure of Ebenezer von Boffington.
Are you? Well, the fact is there is no treasure. Not anymore, at least. There used to be one, over 100 years ago. Ebenezer von Boffington hid it, and he hired my grand Badger Golo to guard it. For payment, of course. The Badger family has been guarding the treasure ever since, taking the payment from this very treasure chest every year. But now, there is no treasure left to pay us, and no treasure left to guard either, so all we have is a basement full of booby traps.
What a fascinating story. My readers at Modern Mouse magazine would love to hear everything about it.
Come back upstairs to the inn and I will answer all your questions. A story in a magazine might be good for business.
Hang on, is that why you sent me the notebook to lure me to Wienerwald Woods and investigate the whole story? Because you wanted the publicity?
Oh no, you knew it was us that sent you the notebook the whole time?
Well, I am an investigative journalist. And there were paw marks all over the envelope and on the pages of the notebook, too. Badger paw marks, smelling faintly of apple strudel.
We have been discovered. Please do not judge us. We need more customers, or we will have to close the inn. And then what would become of this dungeon? Our family has been working so hard to keep in mint conditions.
Oh, there's an Austrian bloke that's good at dungeons. His name's Joseph Fritzl, mate. You could hire him.
It's not cheap keeping a dungeon going. All those lamps burning all days, costing a lot of fuel.
Yeah, that's the Goonies D that you're on about.
So it's the Badgers who are keeping all the lamps burning down here. I've been wondering about that.
I don't know about the one with the diamonds and all that, but yeah, the Goonies is the one with One-Eyed Willie's treasure and all that.
I'm opening the door for you over there. You will find yourself in Boffington Hall. Please tell nobody there about us and the dungeon.
Thank you!
Oh, is this going to be the one by the kitchen? It's like, oh, there's a bricked up thing.
What's this?
There's a lot of stuff to examine down
What do we
here.
have
Okay.
here? What's this? How interesting.
It's like one of those old, oh, that's actually apparently meant to be a vinyl, just a weird pattern on. I was going to say it was like one of those, you know, like music box kind of things, I thought then.
What's this?
It's because it kind of looks like claymation, even though it's a game, not a movie, but whatever. Alright, Big Mac. Is it somewhere else I was meant to go? Not down here to get back upstairs? Because I assume that's just going deeper into the thing. Ah, yeah, there we go. Is it? Oh no, it's led into his laboratory. I haven't been in here yet.
What's this?
Have you seen some of those really creepy claymation videos? Like the one with the like devil guy in the white mask from like Mark Twain something or other adventures, where it has like a Shodan voice as well. I just turn it on. No.
What is this?
I can probably use my petrol can on this then. Anyway, let's now open the door.
Well, what do we have here?
Alright. We've just been to a dungeon that turned out there was nothing really in it after a load of like Indiana Jones and sort of Goonies puzzles. Right, anyway, so that's how we get back into that secret lab. Let's go turn on the generator and see what that does anyway. Has that turned any lights on downstairs? Yeah, good, right, okay. Is that where I've come out of that way or not? No, because it's got a locked door.
Seems I can't open this without a key.
Do I have the key for it? No, okay. So is this like weird dungeon lit up now, or is this still dark? I guess this is still dark. There's nothing else to see in here for now, is there? Okay. Suppose I can do his little gramophone again. Yeah, the Pig Detective games, yeah, I've watched some of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, but not all of it. But yeah, hype. These games are huge in terms of like how much time and effort have been put into them for what they are. I suppose it's the equivalent of myhouse.wad or whatever it is for Doom. I've got to return a figurine, but I don't have the key, do I, for the room where the figurine goes? Actually, I might put the brightness fully up, because when I've been in some of the dark areas, it has been a bit too dark to see. Okay, so... yeah, mine was one of the eco-test ones. I've still got it somewhere, but like I said, it doesn't work very well because of the fact that, sort of like, yeah, it got radioactive stuff slightly into it, so it throws off all the readings. Report back to the ghost. So all my things now are talking to the ghost. But most of the ancestors aren't actually dead, are they? That's the funny thing. They're all living in retirement or whatever. So is it actually like a licensed export model? Or how is it actually done then?
Hello?
Ah, the great detective returned.
Like a licensed model, whatever the word is, for like an unlicensed copy that's exactly the same. Right, so... Hyacinthia was the one that got lost in the maze, wasn't she? Was she beloved by everyone? There's one clue I've not got there. Let's do that one, and then do... Although I don't actually have the end bit for that. So I can't do her one, because I've not got the ending clue for hers. Which one drowned in the lake? Is there a way I can get their like case files up from everything everybody's told me? Now, was this the one that... They were the ones that stabbed each other, weren't they, apparently? Just do died in a duel. No, not that one. This is the annoying thing. I can't remember a lot of the facts about each one of them. I'm assuming if I look on something, it'll tell me about... Because I'm assuming somewhere you can like read up all the things you found out about certain characters once you found the truth of them or whatever. So you can report it to the ghost. But obviously because I've been playing this over a load of streams, I can't remember the things of a lot of them. Okay, so I could know that Adelaide of Boffington hated fun. She was the one that got rid of the billiards room. Let's see if I can use that and guess the last bit of how she died.
Hello?
Ah, the...
So that was that one, wasn't it? Adelaide. So yeah, remove the things from the parlour. Kitchen used to be the billiards room. Is she on the glands? I don't know. This is the thing, I can't remember anything. I have no idea what the last one is again. I know it's not the beekeeper one. Let's try won a lot of trophies.
According to Lady Boffington, her great aunt Adelheid haunts this parlour because it
Ah,
used
so
to be
it
the
was like a
billiard room.
licensed model,
Apparently,
like
Aunt
for
Adelheid disapproved of every kind of frivolous
originally, yeah.
pastime activity. This parlour never was the billiard room. The billiard room used to be where the kitchen is nowadays. Adelheid from Boffington was a very keen billiard player who won lots and lots of trophies. I therefore conclude you are not Adelheid von Boffington.
You are absolutely correct.
Oh, I finally got one right.
Adelheid Boffington. Dear Auntie Adelheid beat everyone at billiards, me included. I couldn't be her if I tried.
No, so I've good. So it marks them off when you've solved them. Hopefully I can disprove her one because I know all about this one. So she's the one in the attic, isn't it? Haunted attic. Housekeeper leaves her food. Or attic bell rings for no reason. And then, is she the one that has a problem with glands? She's not dead, is she? Or is it the one actually met alive and enjoying beekeeping? Is it that one? So I tried one of these earlier, but it might be I got one of the clues slightly off.
The so-called white lady that is haunting the attic seems to be a certain Dorothea of Boffington. She was a very poor relation and ended her life all but imprisoned in a remote part of the house, locked away from the world. There's a very understandable reason to haunt a place, in my opinion. I've personally witnessed the housekeeper filching a bowl of soup from the kitchen. It isn't a ghost at all that's stealing the food. I have encountered the old lady myself. Dorothea of Boffington is still alive and still inhabits the attic apartment.
What a lot of hot rubbish. Please investigate this further. I implore you.
Yeah, that's the thing I really like with mine was, you know, how sort of, you know, quickly it can get to whatever the dose is. Let's try attic bell rings for no reason. Because again, without looking at her picture, I can't remember all the facts I've got about her. Let's do actually met. See if that's still correct. She's the only one I've met out of all of them.
The so-called white lady that is haunting the attic seems to be a certain Dorothea of Boffington. She was a very poor relation and ended her life all but imprisoned in a remote part of the house, locked away from the world. There's a very understandable reason to haunt a place, in my opinion. The servants report that the service bell rings very frequently for the White Attic, where Dorothea resided until her death.
But she's not actually dead, is she?
I encountered the old lady myself. Dorothea of Boffington is still alive and still inhabits the attic apartment. I therefore conclude that you are not Dorothea of Boffington.
I'm glad this misunderstanding...
Oh, it's that's actually the correct one, even though the other clue with the food being stolen is the same one.
Give them a roof over their head and a plateful of soup, if you can spare it. And they should do the same for you.
I quite like a lot of old webbing and, like, you know, stuff. Who was the one that overate? Because we know Wilhelm's not dead, don't we? Let's try this one. So, died in a duel, but he didn't. The ducks are ones actually fencing. And he moved to a remote cottage. Yeah.
The staff told me that General Wilhelm von Boffington lost his life fighting a duel, and his ghostly sabre is still heard clanking away in the corridors at night. The staff have confided in me that it's actually them that's responsible for the clanking noises. I met an old-timer bird at the Old Inn who assured me that Wilhelm von Boffington did not die in a duel but has withdrawn to a secluded cottage where he is determined to live his last days in peace. I therefore conclude that you are not Wilhelm of Boffington.
You are absolutely correct. I am not General Wilhelm von Boffington. I don't approve of war myself.
Good, that was that one. So that's that one knocked off. I'm assuming maybe the one with the pineapple on her head died from overeating. But again, I don't want to. Oh no, Ludwig looks pretty fat, doesn't he? So let's do died from overeating, but it's actually the housekeeper that's doing the food. Well, maybe he'd be running a restaurant if he were doing, or does he have malfunctioning glands? Let's try malfunctioning glands and then the others.
The cook is very distressed about the ghost of Ludwig of Boffington, who apparently died as a result of his endless gluttony, and now haunts the kitchen to steal food. I've personally witnessed the housekeeper filching a bowl of soup from the kitchen. It isn't a ghost at all that's stealing the food. I have it on very good authority that Ludwig of Boffington wasn't fat because of all the food he ate. His circumference is the unlucky product of an affliction of the glands. I conclude, therefore, that you are not Ludwig of Boffington.
You are right. I am not Ludwig of Boffington. Poor fellow. Everyone was always making fun of him for being such a fat flamingo. We're usually such slender birds. And he couldn't help it, too, because it was all the fault of his glands. You should not make fun of people's appearance, ever. It is always hurtful, and you never know what you're talking about anyway.
Let's see if I can guess any of this ones. But again, I can't do all these because I've only got 2 ending ones, and they might not match up with the other ones. Let's leave that for now. Yeah. Anyway, before I end the stream, I'll go up and talk to the flamingo lady. Which one's that? Oh, we've already done Wilhelm. No, this is just a toilet, okay. Oh, that was the missing bird. Again, I need to get in this room, but I'm pretty sure I don't have the key for it.
It's locked.
No, I don't. Okay. Oh, that was a room, wasn't it, that one?
But what a hair-raising tale, Mr. Buzzard. You live a very dangerous...
Oh, it's got the 1.0, like the actual release version coming soon, hasn't it?
Mr. Buzzard here has just told us about his adventures. Being assaulted by a criminal and tied up in his bed. And how you took a sock out of his mouth. You are both such heroes.
Yes, it's been a very exciting night. I am glad you are now reunited with your proper lawyer. I'm sure he'll be a great help to you in managing your affairs, unlike that Mr. Blind.
Would you care to join us for a cup of tea?
I don't mind if I do.
Well, Mr. George, what is the state of affairs?
Lady Buffington, there is something you should know. This may come as a shock to you, but your Aunt Dottie is actually still alive. She lives hidden away in the attic because she's afraid you will turn her out of the house as soon as you become aware of her existence.
Aunt Dottie? Alive? This is the best news ever. I've always wanted to have an aunt. Oh, I can't wait to meet her. Why ever did she think I'd turn her out of the house, though? Such an odd notion.
Oh, are they doing a school
I
map?
must speak
Oh
to her
no.
as soon as possible. Hiding in the attic.
Oh, they've already done the Bataclan level, haven't they? So.
Stop.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be glad to hear it. If she can.
How interesting. Anything else, Mr. George?
Yes, about that, Miss Ella. I need your help.
Have you investigated the whole house already? I'm sure there are some nooks and crannies that you haven't discovered yet.
Thank you. That's very...
Yeah, I know there's a couple of rooms I've not got into, but I don't think I have the bits to get into them yet. That's the problem. Oh, actually, if I go to the attic room where the old woman is, I haven't been out the door, have I, in the attic? So let's quickly do that before I go off.
What's this?
Mr. Pig Detective, please be careful with that box. It belonged to my great aunt Cynthia. She met with a tragic end, I understand. Please don't break it.
Oh, right, so we've got the other bit for Cynthia's information now, probably, that she had the music box, and that was the thing, because she died in the maze, had a music box, well, probably something else, whatever. Right. Anyway, let's go to the attic and see if there's an... Yeah, sit down, impart some information, go away. Is this tea break? Yeah, this is kind of like a parody of a horror game. It keeps doing things that seem to be creepy, and then they're not in this most of the time.
What's this?
Bees. No, not the bees. Oh, there goes that parrot again. Is that all I could do up here? It's kind of nice that they've done again from up here, they've modelled the actual outside, like with the maze and everything. And the lake. And all that. They've actually modelled it on the different maps, so they're not just like sort of skybox sort of things when you're up here. I mean, well, they are skyboxes, but you know what I mean. They're not just simply them doing a case of, that's all we needed to do, just have some fog or something when you're on a roof.
I better not pull this. I don't want anyone to know I'm here snooping.
You've left the door open, haven't you?
Why can't I open it? Is it barred from the other side?
No, I don't have any way of opening that, I don't think. For more information, call 228. So again, I might have to do that. I just need to find wherever there's a phone.
I can't use that here.
yeah, don't really know right now where I'm meant to be going. What's that? Was there? Oh, and I already know which the apartment room is, don't I? It's not up here. So it's what there's another Cthulhu-y looking thing there, but no, it's a folded sheet. So we've explored all this floor. What if I go outside and talk to the people about shooting monsters? Oh yeah, let's look at her portrait again.
What's this?
Oh, it just
I
seems
wouldn't like to meet you in a dark corner. That pineapple on your head does look spooky.
Are you talking to me, sir?
Actually, I'm talking to that portrait up there. It's a very haunting picture.
What, good old Mabel Buffington? A haunting picture?
I think it is. Just out of interest, do you think she'd have a reason to haunt this house?
Good old Mabel? Reason to haunt Buffington Hall? I wouldn't reckon so, no. And even if she did have reason, she would lack opportunity. Isn't there rules for ghosts and such things? Don't you have to, like, die a violent death and then haunt the place where you died?
Now that you put it like that, I think that's a pretty accurate summary of the conditions to haunt a place. Violent death, haunt the place where you died.
Well, if those are accepted conditions, you can rule out good old Mabel. She never died a violent death. And not at Buffington Hall, neither. She lived happily ever after on one of those sunny islands where they grow the pineapples.
Lived happily ever after. No reason to haunt. I see. Well, thank you for the uplifting information.
Happy to help.
Right, so we know anyway that her picture is the one that she's not dead, and she just basically lives somewhere else, so I don't know if I have the middle information for her yet or not, but that's that one. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I feel like I'm going to have a coughing fit again in a minute. Might take some more cough medicine, although I'm mostly over the cough that I had sort of last Friday, Saturday. Now and again I still feel a bit froggy, especially when I've been talking for a while. So anyway, have a good day, everybody. I'm planning to stream tomorrow, but again, if I'm getting near the end of this, I might do some of the little bits, cheers. I might do some of the little bits of this off a stream. I'm sure there's already somebody on YouTube who's done the whole game. Because like yesterday, we had a really good sort of succession of lots of the main story bits happening without much interruption, but at the moment I think I'm sort of at the point in the game where I have to find lots of little boring clues, you know, to get to the end bits. Now I've got all the maps sort of unlocked for the most part. So I am going to do a webcam stream again soon, so it might be I'll do one of those again soon. I also wouldn't mind streaming a bit of World of Guns, because I actually paid for the full version of that, so I can do, you know, the disassembly and reassembly while chatting to people of any of the guns they ask for, because there's loads and loads of real famous guns on that. Anyway, see you all, have a good day, or good evening, whatever. Bye.